Hi, wizards, witches, and badass bitches. Lori Gemini Tarot here. I'm here to give you your new moon and Scorpio reading, which is happening on the 14th of November, 2020. Yes! Alrighty then. Now, with the new moon in Scorpio, it is going to be a fresh start for you. You're going to be embracing this change. This is a transition that's happening here. There is going to be a spiritual awakening for some. For others, there may be some secrets, and it could be that you're just keeping yourself recluse. You're still kind of going through this process, and it's hard to even describe in words for something that's going on. The other things is that you're afraid of putting the cart in front of the horse, where you're afraid to spill the beans on some good news, and then if something happens where it does not follow through, you just don't want egg on your face and explain to people how now you're a clown, you know what I mean? So, and you may be experiencing some paranoia as well. Now, please note that this is a general collective tarot reading. Make sure you check your sun, moon, and ascending sign, 1, 2, 3. Make sure you do me a solid and hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going live and when I'm dropping content. And do me a solid. Make sure you comment down below if the reading resonates with you, you like the decks that I'm using, you like what the hell is coming out of my mouth. Whatever it is, make sure you comment down below. Make sure you share these videos if you think that it's going to resonate with people, right? Right, okay. And if you'd like to book a personal tarot reading, in the description box below will be a link to my page, to my Instagram channel, and you can check out my pricing, and you can DM me directly to book a reading. So I'm going to be using 3 decks. The first deck I'm going to be using, it is the Rick and Morty Tarot deck, Wubba-Dub-Dub. So, starting off, I have the Ace of Coins here, which is good. We also have the Queen of Cups here. We have Beth. I have the 8 of Swords here. I have the 9 of Staves, which are going to be Wands. I have the 2 of Swords. I have the Death card, Scorpio energy. I have the Tower card, Scorpio energy. And I need one more card. And I have the 9 of Cups here. This is very fucking beautiful. And the bottom of the deck, the overall energy I do have, it is going to be the 5 of Cups. So the overwhelming energy, it is a lot of cups and swords. So of course this is going to be the new moon in Scorpio, and we are currently in Scorpio season. And it's going to especially hit hard, especially those who have Scorpio in their chart. And especially if you have air signs in your chart. Because it's mainly cups, but there's some swords here as well. Now, with the 5 of Cups, during this time, you may be feeling sorry for yourself. You may be just like throwing this pity party. You may be in a depressive state. Some of you may be having, and I'm going to hate to sound like one of those YouTubers, but you're having like some really dark thoughts. And this is not to try to be condescending or anything. Just know that this is going to pass. This is not permanent. This is only temporary. So right now you may be feeling that you are stuck in a really shitty situation, but I could reassure you that the cards, what is showing, this feeling will pass. 444. You are going to be attaining your attainment. You're going to be achieving everything that you've been wanting, that you've been desiring, that you've been manifesting. 5s are all about changes here. all right? There's some sort of fulfillment. Okay. You may be feeling for somebody betraying you. This could be somebody not... This could be in a way where you put somebody up in a very high regard. So say like it's like you stan someone, all right? Let's take stan culture. Say like you stan someone. You put somebody on a very high pedestal, like this person could never do wrong. You worship this person. You have your you're like a brown noser for this person. Like everything, like you have a defense for any bad behavior or consequences. Like you defend them, and it comes to a point where this person that you idolize, you're going to find out that they're human or they're hugely flawed. 5555. And this is about fulfillment for you, and this is a time for you to actually take some time to self-reflect and make positive changes. Okay. So now, before I start jumping into the cards itself, I do want to point out that there are 2 9s here. So this is going to be a new path that you're going to be going on. And very strong Scorpio energy with the Death card and the Tower card. And we'll start diving into that. So first of all, I have the Ace of Cups here, following with the Queen of Cups. So this is going to be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, okay? Your intuition is going to be very strong. And you're going to be having a lot of dreams and a lot of visions. And it could be that you scroll through your social media page or even like on YouTube, and you see a reading or several readings, and they all seem to have the same messages. New love is coming your way too. You're going to be embracing new friendships. You're going to be connecting more with friends or family. You're going to feel more connected into a community. Whether if it's a spiritual community, this could be something like a hobby or an activity that you really enjoy, whether if it's cosplaying or whether if it's political activism, whether if it's like acting or singing or performing or making crafts, whatever it is, it feels that you're going to be embracing that more, or you're going to be embraced by this community. There is a new beginning here. New friendships are going to be made. Some of you may be reconnecting with a long lost family member. I'm seeing new love coming your way soon. And this could be somebody that is like a caregiver, somebody that works with children. They could be working like a child daycare center. They could be a social worker. They could be a teacher. They could be in the spiritual community, whether they're a tarot reader, a light worker, a spiritual healer of some kind. They could also be an astrologer. I'm also seeing somebody working in the medical field as well, whether if you work for animals or work with people, it don't matter, right? We are one. But I am seeing a lot of dreams, a lot of visions that are happening, and you keep on getting this message that new love, new energy is coming your way. And you've been feeling this for a while with the 8 of Swords. This is Libra energy. You're actually moving on. You've been going through the ringer. It feels like the past few months or the past few years, you've just been going through, you've been eating like a shit sandwich, what we call life. Or you've been having a really hard time getting over a relationship, or just a weird time in your life. You're finally transitioning and you're moving on. And I'm seeing for some, you may be moving or relocating. This could be because of employment. This could be because of military. This could be working for the state or government or county. It feels like there's somebody like somewhere high up where you may have to transfer or relocate. Now with the 9 of Staffs here, this is victory. With this card, I kind of like to call this my Hail Mary card. All right, this is like, I don't have any other options. This is my only option that I have. It's like this or we're dead, you know, and you actually succeed. Okay? You actually succeed. Now, with the Two of Swords here, this is Libra energy. This is a choice. Now, you can choose to ignore or you can choose to take action. And it feels like the time, you know, it feels like for some of you, you're struggling to change or you're struggling to transition. And you know that you will be successful and you will have victory in all aspects of your life. There will be some challenges, yes, but you're able to overcome any and all challenges that come your way. But it requires you to pull the trigger. It requires you to put some action moving forward. So, for an example, I'll use me. Years ago, I kept on manifesting, wishing bigger and better things would come in my life. 11, 11, 11, but I would never take any action on it. I never took action upon it. So, like, for an example, I hated my job, and I would always bitch about hating my job, but then I would never do anything about it. I never looked for a new job. I never updated my resume. I never applied for new jobs. And it was like, well, of course, I'm going to continue to be miserable. An opportunity is not going to magically fall in my lap. I have to make it happen. And no joke, I honestly thought I didn't get it, and it was my first time just apply. You know, just like, you know what? I'm just going to update my resume. I'm just going to apply on a whim. I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it. Then I get an interview, and I'm like, I'm not going to get the job. I'm not going to get the job. And I go into the interview thinking, like, I'm not going to get the job. And I even talk about, like Big Lebowski in the middle of the interview thinking, I don't have this job. And guess what? I got the fucking job. And it was the first time applying, my first time updating my application, applying for the first time and everything. And it requires to put action. So you can sit there and manifest all you want, and you can sit there and do a whole bunch of spells, but if you're not going to put the work, if you're not going to apply yourself, then what's the fucking point, right? As like Heisenberg would say, apply yourself, right? Apply yourself. If you put a little bit of work, 1, 2, 3, big things are going to happen for you. So, now you know it's time to pull the trigger and stop dicking around, because I have the Death card with the Tower card here. This is big Scorpio energy. Big Scorpio, big dick energy here. This is change. So you know that you have to end something old that no longer fits your life, whether if it's a philosophy, whether if it's a relationship, whether if it's an environment, whether if it's for career, education, whatever it is, something has to end for something new to begin. So you have to end ties with something in order for you to jump ship to this new beginning. This is positive change, all right? Followed by the Tower card. And people freak out with the Death card and with the Tower card, and they think, especially with the Tower card, thinking like it's the worst card ever, and it possibly, depending on the placement of the cards. This is not this reading, all right? This is a fluke, a magical fluke. And a fluke is an unexpected surprise. And it comes out of nowhere. And it's when magic happens. Because it's followed by with the Knight of Cups here. And this is Pisces energy. And this is you manifesting, getting your wish. This is everything and anything coming true. Okay? So, like with this card, like they got themselves out of a pickle, not like Pickle Rick, but they got themselves out of a very bad situation, and they got exactly what they wanted. It may not be, they got their wish, it may not be exactly how they wanted. Compromises may have been made, but they got exactly what they wanted, is what they manifested. And I have a feeling it could be, this is going to be for a small audience. This could be that maybe you got your dream job, maybe you got the place that you've always wanted, like you got your dream house, or you got the job that you've always wanted. It's something that you've desired, but somebody had to die in order for you to get it. You know what I mean? Like somebody who had that job for a very long time, one day they had a heart attack and they croaked. Or your dream house, there was like an old lady that lived there and they died in the house, like they died in her sleep, you know, and they have to disclose that by law in the United States. So you have to disclose that by law. Like, you know, if somebody dies in the house, you have to tell them how they died, you know. And I don't feel like this is like a murder. Like, it could be for one person it was like a murder, but like for everybody else it was just like a weird circumstance or something. Something tragic could have happened, but it's kind of like for like a very small percentage of you, it's like Schadenfreude, you know, happiness and the misfortune of others. But everything else, this is a very positive reading, and big positive changes are happening, and you're going to get exactly what you wanted. Okay, so now let me go ahead and throw a few other cards. If that reading resonated, make sure you comment down below, and make sure you tell me who your favorite Rick and Morty character is and what your favorite Rick and Morty quote is. So I'm going to go ahead and start throwing some more cards down. So, I have guard, regard, I have bounty, I have sabotage, and let me grab one more card, and I have retreat. Okay. So I see somebody very defensive, and this is somebody that's deflecting. And it feels like when somebody is bringing up valid points, this is not somebody that's actually attacking you. This is not somebody that's roasting you, or there's somebody that's bullying you. I'm not getting that. This is when somebody is giving constructive criticism or pointing out flaws or things that need to be changed, instead of like, you know what? You make some valid points. It feels like this person is being very defensive, and their reaction is just to go ahead and start gaslighting or pummeling somebody or bullying somebody to make their point across, right? It feels like somebody is trying to protect like their money. This feels like somebody is very defensive about protecting their money, protecting their wealth. They may be afraid that somebody is trying to be like a gold digger or trying to be like a hustler. Somebody is trying to scam someone. This is only self-destructive. It feels like you're not willing to trust this individual, or you could be greedy, or you be pushing people out of their way for greed. You put money, you put greed on a pedestal, and this is only self-sabotaging yourself, and this is only setting yourself for failure. And you have to learn the lessons from that. So you have to admit you're wrong, your wrongdoings. You have to take the L. You have to admit your flaws, and this is a perfect time for you to get counseling, for you to get help. This is a perfect time for you to be off of social media for a while, you know, especially with a whole bunch of retrogrades and especially with changes that's going on. It's okay to temporarily deactivate your social media so you don't get in the crossfires and it doesn't overwhelm your energy. And it's good to do this every once in a while. Like, I've had to personally do this, and there's no shame in it. And it's okay to recover, because you don't want to like burn bridges. You don't want to be at this point where you self-sabotage yourself and you burn bridges. You don't want to put yourself in that position. And let me go ahead and give you one more reading. I'm going to go ahead and use the Soul Compass Travel deck. So I got Cusco, Peru. I got Cliffs of Moher, Ireland. Oops, those are way too many cards. I'm going to grab one more card. And I got Tulum, Quintana Roo, Mexico. Okay, so I got, you are about to embark on your own personal journey of the unknown. How do you feel? Followed by, you are now connected to your feminine power of the divine and sacred self. Feel her strength, yet softness. This is and I got, you are standing at the crossroads. Both paths are for your spiritual development. However, one direction will be easy and cool, and the other will be filled with obstacles. Which choice will you make? this is a mixed group. So that is your personal tarot reading for the new moon in Scorpio, which is happening on the 14th of November. If this reading resonated, if you enjoyed the decks, and if you want to go ahead and tell me your favorite Rick and Morty character or your favorite episode, make sure you comment down below. One of my favorite episodes is the Gwendolyn, the Morty's girlfriend, with the female planet. The boys get to play outside. So that is one of my favorite episodes. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Wubba dub dub and pickle rip.